Development has you covered. Check them out at beachhousesalesfl.com or give them a call at 850-919-3500.
Is your restaurant looking a little tired from the long off season? Is your office a little offish? Start the new year off right by giving them a fresh start. Fresh Start Cleaning is now accepting new clients. Ask about their complimentary hood cleaning services. Fresh Start Cleaning. Get clean again with Fresh Start. Call 850-771-6917, 771-6917, and ask about their complimentary hood cleaning services.
Powered by Panama City Toyota. Your home for Auburn Tiger basketball. WGSX Lynn Haven. WVLQ Port St. Joe. ESPN Northwest. Rise and shine, campers. A brand new day.
What a lovely morning.
Good morning, starshine.
You seem happy this morning.
Morning, everybody. Thanks for coming in early.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local. Live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hot tub! Hey! I'm full of water! I say hot tub! Hey! Hot tub! Gonna get you hot tub! I'm gonna make it wet! Say hot tub! Rub it up in the hot tub! Rub it up in the hot tub! Should I get in the hot tub?
Oh, yeah!
Will it make me sweat?
Yeah!
Should I get in the hot tub?
Get in!
Will it make me sweat?
Welcome to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Spring breakers are here in force. I tell you what, a lot of them, though, I'm pretty impressed with at Publix. I listen to them talk. They're sharing the price of buying groceries or not. And I'm listening. I'm like, man, these guys are not like the past. They just running by cases of beer. They're actually getting some healthy food. And
give it some time.
It's early.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Hey, question for you.
The first quarter.
Question for Wildcat. Were you, was that some of your family members I saw on video?
Oh, here we go.
People dine and dash. It was at Senior Frog. Did you see that? Did you see the video? Was that Kentucky people? I think it was, actually, I thought it was in Montgomery, Alabama.
They were dining and dash to Senior Frog?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't see the video, so.
Oh, so wasn't.
We're going to Montgomery.
That's probably where they're from. Did you see it, though? Did you see it?
No.
They go in. They got long dreads, hoodies, and then the little cap pull downs. They eat. The waiter walks away after they finish the meal, and they get up and walk out without paying. It was a pretty good bill, 5 or 6 of them.
They ran out, really.
They ran out, yeah. So keep an eye on that. Long dreaded hoodies, they're eating, and they get up all the time to go to the bathroom. You might want to go close the door. It's not funny. I hate when people do stuff like that. That's not very good.
Not for small businesses.
No, absolutely not. We got a caller? Oh, okay. So anyway, keep an eye out on that. I thought we were going to get a call from Gordy this morning. Something's going on at his school. I was going to let him talk about it. Jason, speaking of your business, my goodness, I talked to Frank and Barb, and really Barb, and he said he's like me. He's just turned. He's either 79, get ready to turn 80, but he's in incredible shape. I mean, he's got lifts weights, takes care of himself, big guy. But anyway, it works.
Yeah.
That's sleeping. He said, man, the first time I did it, not as much. The next night, he said, God, it was unbelievable. I mean, I woke up, I just fell asleep, and it's like the best sleep I've had in a long time.
Well, the good thing about that versus maybe taking Tylenol PM or, Benadryl or something like that is there's actually some health benefits. I mean, when you achieve REM sleep, you repair nerve endings, brain cells. That's why you wake up and you feel refreshed and you feel rested. When you kind of go to sleep and you're still struggling to, get that deep sleep, you just never feel rested. You wake up tired. So this actually helps you release HGH, helps repair bones, muscles, tendons, ligaments, so you wake up more refreshed. So there's some definite science behind it, why it works and why everybody's utilizing this now. I mean, the Chinese been using GABA and stuff like that for hundreds or thousands of years. There's natural substances out there that you can, most things that are made by pharmaceutical companies are trying to mask or copy something that's already out there in nature so they can sell it. Well, they can't patent these stuff because they're natural ingredients and they work really well.
Yeah, and he also has another product. Now, tell everybody again the name of the one I'm taking, not that other one.
Somatomax.
Say it again.
Somatomax.
So I know we got people listening right now having a hard time sleeping. As you get older, it gets tougher. Tommy Santamite now also is another happy customer with this stuff. I took it last night. Once you fall asleep, you get up, it's like, dang.
Good thing about
8
Max
hours
Fit.
went away that quick.
The good thing about Max Fit, we talk about this every day, and I know sometimes it goes in one ear and out the other, but you can come down and grab a free sample and try it out tonight for free. I mean,
I'm going to come try a whole bottle of it for free next time, okay?
You're going to put me out of business.
What about totally not?
Didn't you win some money in Biloxi or anything?
Well, can I try it at the liquor store? I mean, I can't try one of these bottles?
They do at Max Fit.
That almost worked one or twice.
Yes, you said it's all free.
Are you sleeping okay, Wildcat? I mean, you need to try this stuff. If you come in here, you look good.
I'm going to try it, and no, I don't sleep that good. Right now, the stuff that I love is for the sore muscles. The cream.
The BPC.
Oh, I've been having a hip issue, and I'm thinking, oh my God, am I getting at that age where I got, my hips going out? But the other night, I've been using it on my wrists.
So he told me something different than I've been thinking. Shoulder hurts, rub it on there, shoulder doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
And then I don't do any more. And he's saying keep putting it on because it will actually heal the injury.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so, the first step is to get the inflammation out, which is going to, treat the pain, because 90% of pain is inflammation. So
get to the source.
You may, not feel the pain anymore, but BPC and TB500 are going to actually heal these injuries. They increase collagen and protein synthesis within ligaments, tendons, bones. So they're actually working to heal whatever injury is causing the pain, instead of just a pharmaceutical drug or anti-inflammatory that's just taking away the symptoms. So it'll take away the symptoms, but it's also going to heal the injury if you give it time.
Yeah, those, to me, that's two of the best products. He has a lot of great things down there. If you worry about your cholesterol, you want to do it naturally, they can do that.
That's what I'm going to do next.
Yeah, go down there, visit with him, get him on what you got me on. I guarantee
the doctor said
you still got to eat right now.
Yeah,
you got to
that's
eat
my
right.
biggest problem.
Yeah,
I don't eat right.
Listen to Jim Bob, eat right, good thing. Let me ask you something. Since you've lost all that weight, is your health better? Do you feel better? Do you aches and pains the same?
Aches and pains for sure have definitely not nearly as much.
Yeah.
I mean, just you carry X amount more weight. I mean, it just.
And sugar, for whatever reason, causes inflammation. So you get joint pain. You get these little, knee pains and shoulder pains. If you ever played sports and have old injuries, they kind of flare up at times. So if you can cut the sugar out, which I know you did, it can have a tremendous impact on your overall health and
Welcome to the
well-being.
Coach James Hale Geriatric Hour.
You live longer.
For sure.
You feel
Sit
better.
around and talk about our pains.
Now, you can still eat quite a bit of food, still eat carbs, but you just got to make the right choices on carbs. Complex carbs is what you really want to eat, brown rice,
What is
sweet
it?
potatoes.
What is it?
So complex carbs are made up of more strains of, molecules, so it's harder for your body to break down, and it takes a longer time to break down. So because it's harder and longer to break down, your body's able to utilize that. If it breaks down super fast, your body's going to store that almost immediately unless you're in motion or doing something. So if you're sitting around eating chips or drinking a soda, that usually gets stored right into fat. Complex carbs like brown rice, sweet donuts, donuts.
It's sugar-free.
Yeah, right.
The milk's not sugar. I didn't realize how much everything you eat's got sugar in it.
Milk, bread.
I don't understand these parents either. I don't. They don't understand.
You don't realize how much sugar
is everywhere
and stuff.
Yeah.
Until you have to look.
Right.
Because I was amazed. It's like, gee, how come I can't eat this? How come like everything.
And it's still hard to see what's got sugar in it.
No, there's sugar in it.
I used to get those chickens from Publix, those really good rotisserie chickens.
Right.
If you look on the side of it, it says injected with high fructose corn syrup. So they're putting
corn
sugar.
syrups. Yeah, that's the worst. That's
thing.
the worst thing you can eat.
It's banned in over 100 countries. There's only like 28 countries that's allowed it.
We got Kennedy now, though.
No, he's getting rid of that.
I love that guy.
Yep.
But anyway, all you parents out there, they're not educated in this stuff, and I am, and I still do the wrong things. That's what's so bad. I know not to do it, and I do it. I mean, it's crazy. Where's that Dr. Pepper and peanut M&Ms? I gotta have them.
Sugar's addicting, man.
But if I come back to half a bag, is that good? Half a bag today?
And then when you look at the calories, they say you got to look at it closely, like with candy and stuff.
Right.
It's like 2 pieces. I'm like, I look at it, it's not many calories. There's not much fat and sugar in this. Oh, wait a minute, 3 M&Ms.
One tenth of the bag.
Yeah. You got to really read what you're doing. But the parents that you're letting your kids eat stuff from boxes, I'm talking crackers, little gummy bears, chips, and anything with sugar in it, you're shorting your kids' lives. You're really setting them up to get cancer, to have diabetes, and everything else. And I don't get it. It's easy for the parents. They don't know, and they just go buy crap and throw it to them.
I will give them some credit on this. Healthy food is way more expensive than bad food. So you can go through a drive-through at McDonald's.
Well, go back to that. You eat healthy, you don't get sick.
Right.
You eat all that cheap food,
but I'm just saying, for somebody in
more.
the short term that's trying to make ends meet, they got to feed 4 kids, it's easier to stop at McDonald's and go get something from Whole Foods.
Remember what we were talking about the other day? We were at the gym, we were talking about Wildcat, how, what he eats, that cheap stuff. And, look what happens. I mean,
I eat that stuff out of gas stations.
We're talking about him drinking the cheap stuff.
I can smell something burning in the back, so I'll go back.
He took her on their anniversary to the damn Shell station.
They had a 2-for-1.
We're going uptown. We're going to Sunoco today, baby.
Get educated out there. Feed your kids right. Good God.
And if you do struggle, we do have certified sports nutritionists on staff that can write out a meal plan for you, tell you what to eat, when to eat it. We also have Max Fit meals that they can prepare your meals for you. You can order them by Friday, pick them up on Monday.
You can go pick them up yourself.
Yeah.
You put them in the refrigerator or the freezer if you get enough for a long period of time.
Right.
You get them out, you warm them, and your meal, it's done. You hear me? It's done. And everything is geared out to how many calories, how many proteins, how many sugars, fat, all that stuff. So you know exactly what you're getting, and when you're done, you're done.
Cooked by a chef, too.
Yeah,
So
it's really, the food's really outstanding. There's no doubt. And it's cheaper than going out to a restaurant. You go to a restaurant, it costs a lot of money.
So all you have to do is heat this food
up, right? Julie was doing great with it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you bulk order them by Friday, you pick them up on Monday, you have 10 meals or 20, however many you need, and you just put them in the microwave. For me, as a single person right now that doesn't like to cook and clean, it makes my life a whole lot easier to pop something in the microwave.
Hey, he doesn't cook and clean. All those women taking care of him. Different.
I wish my life was as exciting as you made it out to be.
I watch you at the gym 360. He walks by the women to stare.
Oh, my God. That's the last thing
There's a couple guys that stare at you, too. Hey, this is I don't like this at all. Do we have time to get into this, or I got to take a break? I can come back to it if I have to. It's really sad news. David Pollock, the great Georgia football player, wife is having, I want you all to say a little prayer for her. Lindsay, I believe her name is, she is having brain cancer. Wow. She's having surgery today at Duke University. We all know about brain cancer, what's happening here at our station with someone we love. So keep her in your prayer. Now, Lindsay set to undergo surgery for brain cancer at Duke University, or Duke, and Georgia former star and ESPN analyst David Pollock. Lindsay will have surgery Wednesday, which is today. Pray for her surgery at Duke. Now, David was a 2-time All-American 2002, 2004. He was All-SEC 3 times. I thought he did a really good job on ESPN.
I did too.
I think he was more, I don't think they could control him.
Right.
He wouldn't give in to the virus and all the other bull stuff they were trying to force upon you on ESPN. So they got rid of the ones that fought back on that,
right? And
they kept the ones they can keep in line, or the ones that have so much of a following they really couldn't get rid of.
Like Stephen A.
Stephen A. just signed a new 5-year, $100 million contract, and LeBron doesn't care. He's still going to kick his butt. So we shall see about that. All right, let's take a break. Jason, again, 2 great locations for the parents to come. Anybody that wants better health. Anybody wants an advantage getting a scholarship. If you have a child or daughter, a son, daughter, they're playing sports. Where are you located? How can they get up with you?
We're located on 23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village, next to Black Sheep Armory and Taziki's, and we're in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods. You can call us at 850-708-3051 if you're out of the area. We do ship a lot of stuff out. Or if you want to set up a consultation with one of our sports nutritionists, you can set up an appointment, and they'll meet with you, and we'll put you on the InBody and get the process going on a meal plan.
When I got back in town, the first person I saw in Panama City Beach was Kay. I went by there and had to had to try something before I bought it there. It was incredible. I enjoyed it. I was there a short period of time, and then got on home.
Yeah.
She tell you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. Spring break is in full swing. People are there every time. I mean, it's amazing. They open the door, people coming in there. They know about this legendary place, the J. Michael's Restaurant on Thomas Drive. It's like walking into a museum. There are things everywhere, guns, shotguns, pistols, boats, motorboats hanging from the ceiling, surfboards, money everywhere. And the food is incredible. They go there for that fried shrimp. Julie was talking to somebody from, I think it was from, I forgot where, maybe Georgia, I can't remember. And she goes, there's fried shrimp's the best on this beach. She goes, we know. We come here all the time. We're in town. We get over here.
Yeah.
And what did they get? They got that fried shrimp. I wanted it bad. But I didn't. I had my little salad. The legendary J. Michael's, one day away from that world famous J. Michael's Spaghetti. South Oak Title and Closing for all your real estate closing is Chuck Tucker. Guy's incredible. And then we always talk about like Jay's is a local company. You want to take care of locals. You never go into a vitamin store and buy something for a national company. You're getting crap anyway. You want to go where it's local people that know what they're doing and know what they should purchase to sell to you and not what they should sell to you. There's the reason you want to deal with local people. Jason Kovaleski is a prime example of that. The other one is no doubt Jason Kovaleski and Jason and Stevenson Air Conditioning. They do an incredible job. Dr. Chad Mitchell, 2 units from him. Jason Kovaleski at home, at business, us, our home. They are incredible. Locals taking care of locals. He graduated from Mosey High School. He's got a wonderful staff over there. They do an incredible job. Love seeing that truck in Bay Point. Stevenson Air Conditioning, #1. And I will say it again, I'm very fortunate, very lucky to have someone in my life that's taken care of me for years and years. I don't know where I'd be without Wildcat. Thank you, Wildcat, for everything you do.
I love you, Coach.
We'll be right back. 104.3 ESP. I wanted that bacon crispy. It wasn't. Be right back.
.3 ESPN Northwest Florida presents the madness of college basketball. 68 teams, 32 conference champions. But there can only be one. ESPN Northwest Florida is your exclusive radio home for the NCAA College Basketball Tournament.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Tuesday. Sunny this afternoon and evening with a gentle breeze around 10 miles per hour out of the west-southwest and temps near 69. Tonight we will have clear skies and be warm at 57. Sunny much of the day but with slight fog at night tomorrow and a high 70. Very light rain Thursday with a temp of 69. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Ready for a great deal? It's Ready, Set, Go time at Panama City Toyota, where you can get 3.99% APR on the perfect combination of sport and utility in the new RAV4, plus 90 days until you make your first payment. Get 1.99% on the ruggedly refined Tacoma, plus 90 days until you make your first payment. And get 1.99% on a new Tundra, named the best resale value in its class by Kelley Blue Book. Ready, Set, Go.
Offer ends March 31st. For details, visit PanamaCityToyota.com.
Every love story deserves a perfect beginning. At Tracy's Fine Jewelry, we believe that your engagement ring should be as unique as your love. Explore our vast selection of certified natural and lab-created diamonds, each hand-picked for brilliance and beauty. Whether you desire the timeless allure of one of our hand-selected engagement rings, or you'd like to custom design the perfect ring, visit us today and let our experts guide you in finding the ring of her dreams, because love deserves the best. Tracy's Fine Jewelry, where love sparkles.
I'd like to introduce.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show.
Milk was a bad choice.
If I could just have your attention.
60% of the time, it works every time.
If anyone wants to switch jobs, let me know.
Live from the J. Michael Studio.
I have many leather-bound books.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. It's Tuesday. It's Rutherford Day. Coach Coffin.
Is that your radio announcing?
Yes, that's my new voice.
That was
This is Wide World of
It's my
Sports
professional.
voice.
Really?
I just took something from Max Fit.
Did you hear Dick Vitale on that Auburn Alabama game?
Yes.
He sounded like he was dying.
Oh, yeah, he didn't
Bless
sound
his
very
heart.
good.
He did not sound.
How old is he now?
I don't know how old.
Yeah, he's been
He's got to be
fighting.
mid-70s.
Yeah, at least.
I think older, but he's been fighting throat cancer. Yeah,
Okay.
God bless him, man.
A great game, though.
I tell you what, people love him. I love that guy. I like listening to him. I don't care how he sounds. I just like the guy.
He brings a lot of
He was
energy to
very
the.
impressed.
Yeah, you can tell he loves it.
Yeah,
he loves what he's
absolutely.
doing.
He was very impressed with.
Oh, no,
with Auburn.
he's 85.
Oh wow!
Is he really?
Yeah.
And still working.
Yeah. That means
We
he
need
really
to work
loved
till
it.
we're 85, Wildcat.
Go for it.
Not.
Let me know how it
When I
goes
get
for
through
you.
this, I want a job down at Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Go in there and work
You can
with
come
Kay.
down there and work anytime you want.
A model. I want to be a male model. All right, we got Coach. Let's bring him on right now, Coach Coffin. Coach, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
All right, we got some questions for you today, and we want you to answer honestly. Don't worry about what the superintendent's listening, by the way. What do you think about this time change? Do you want it to stay the way it was, or do you want it to be daylight savings always? We've had all the coaches we've asked all the baseball coaches. We've had, I think, 3 on. You're the third. What's it to you? How do you like it?
I like playing night games, to be honest. But
no, talk about it because it does affect the games.
Being a golfer at the same time, it's nice to have a little extra daylight in the day to play some golf later on. But definitely was weird last night playing in pure sunlight at 6 o'clock.
Yeah,
but I don't really feel too strongly either way.
Yeah, the good thing about it, you get longer days, and most people like that. The kids can stay out, play longer, or stay on their phone longer, their computer longer, whatever. But the bad thing about it, when you get up to take your kids to school or get up to go to work like we do, is really dark. I mean, and it takes a while. I just got used to the old way, and now I'm dealing with this. What do you, Jim Bob, you like it better? Does it matter to you?
No, it doesn't really matter. But you're right. This morning I got up, I was like, whoa, a little dark. I said, oh, yeah, time change. Yeah.
Jason?
I just wish it'd stay the same. I don't care if it one way or the other, but once my body gets used to it being like later and then I have to get up earlier, then I'm like dragging in the morning for a couple of weeks and I'm like, But either way is fine with me.
Well, I was asked about this, and I said, yeah, it is sports related. The main reason, because I used to have to go cover, didn't have to, but I had baseball games to cover. I had all the basketball games. But baseball at Arnold, the way the sun goes down, the way that field's designed, it affects, you can't see sometimes. Right. So I was going to ask you at Rutherford, when you played this latest game with the time change, it does kind of change things. Does it affect you guys? Yeah, talk about that.
Yeah. It affects our right fielders for sure. The sun comes down kind of right over the batter from the right field angle, so that's definitely something we have to deal with, and that's something we'll work on in practice today, actually, taking fly balls about the start of game time, and just you got to battle the sun until it goes down behind the trees.
Absolutely. And that's the reason, Wildcat, I asked them the question, so quit complaining. All right, what's been going on, Rutherford, since we talked to you last? It's been tough. Tell us about what's going on, but give us some names of kids that are playing well for you.
Yeah, we have some guys playing well. We've had, I think, 3 games since we last talked. We beat Fort Walton Beach in a walk-off win. We played Bay High on Friday, very, very competitive game. They ended up coming out on top 7-5, and then we played a tough October Christian team over from Monticello. They came over for their spring break last night. They put it to us pretty good, but playing good baseball up until last night. Things are looking in the right direction. One guy I really want to talk about is our catcher, Doug. Doug Maldonado, he's been catching every inning for us. He even pitched a little last night. He's been hitting in our 3 holes. He's really stepping up for us and doing a great job, not only behind the plate, but with the bat in his hands as well. Connor Ward's starting to swing the bat really well and pitching for us. And Tyler Harry and Devin Langley have been kind of the aces of our staff. So some guys stepping up for us and trying to play some better baseball, and looking forward to the start of the season.
Yeah. Guys, I'm going to ask you something right in my head. I'm sorry. I had a question.
Well, you got Franklin County tonight. The last game was, 8-6, so that was a close game. Talk a little bit about the matchup tonight and how you feel about this game coming up. It feels like you can get another win at home.
Yeah, it was kind of a crazy game over there. Crazy environment. They got us over there, but it was definitely a game we had the lead in the sixth inning, and then kind of gave it right back to them. So definitely a game that we could take and trying to get some revenge on them.
I was going to ask you. I'm sorry. Do you have a follow-up?
No,
I was going to ask you. Have you played South Walton yet?
No, but I went to the South Walton Arnold game the other night. Definitely.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. Yeah, I was going to ask you. You've seen some of these teams now. Who are the top two teams you think in this part of the state are? It's got to be South Walton's got to be one of them.
I think they're the clear cut from what I saw the other night. I mean, 1 through 9, they could swing it, and the arms they threw out there were very impressive.
Yeah.
Definitely look like the top team in the state, in my opinion.
How good is Holmes County?
You know, we've never played Holmes County for whatever reason, but every time I talk to a coach or see something about them, they're either beating somebody or playing a really tough game. So everything I've heard about them is really positive. And, yeah, I think they're really good.
Yeah. Well, Coach, thank you for coming on and visit with us. We will talk to you next Tuesday. Good luck with you this week, and get that sun out of your eyes, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy.
Good luck, Coach.
Appreciate it, man. These are some latest softball scores. Now, this was over the weekend. This is not from yesterday. So they played yesterday. This obviously changed. Port St. Joe, they won 16-1. You have Arnold 16, and Julie said Baptist 0, whoever that is. Arnold versus South Lake. I guess they beat them 12-1. Bluntstown 20, Mariana 4. Bozeman 5, Choctaw 4. Arnold softball, and with Rick Green, is incredible.
Yeah.
Every year the guy has an outstanding ball club.
Bozeman beat Bay last night in baseball 9-0.
Say it again.
Bozeman beat Bay last night in baseball 9-0.
Yeah, Bozeman.
Big win. They're playing really well.
Bozeman's loaded.
Yep.
I mean, Pat.
To me, they're the second best team that I've seen so far this year.
Yeah.
Them in South Walton. They played South Walton pretty good the first time, but when we talked to Coach Patton, he said they made some mistakes. They didn't, maybe a little nervous going into that game. So I'd love to see them play again because they're both playing really well.
Well, when Bay plays Bozeman, you've seen two of the best coach teams out there. So you know it's going to be
There's
a great
coaches everywhere now, man.
Yeah. You got to be. You won't keep your job in baseball.
In Bay County, which is really good.
If you're an average baseball coach, you're not going to survive. You got to be elite here. I mean, and we've got some of them, and the competition's so good. I mean, it's hard to win. It's hard to get a win.
Right.
And that's what's incredible. What's going on in South Walton right now? That team, Coach and Nick does a great job. But they got some really good players, and he develops them. He's got that program rolling.
Says a lot about the youth programs around here too. I mean,
Dr. Ward, he got them prepared.
Yeah. And even in Bay County, I mean, because there's multiple schools, Mosley, Rutherford, Bay High, Arnold, that Bozeman, that are all.
Did you two know that Ernest T is coaching JV baseball at Mosley? Ernest T. Bass.
He is?
Chris Lee is the JV coach.
Is he still at Mowat, teaching at Mowat?
I don't know. I just know he's coaching.
Well, no, I did not know that.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Ernest T. Bass.
I love him. If you want to hire a new baseball coach, I would go to him. The guy is incredible. Ernest T.
Kelsey's Woods. Kelsey's Creek.
All right, let's talk about some of our great people. If you have not been down to the local 115, you're missing out on something cool. It is the Hall of Fame of Bay County. If you played any sport, been in a band, cheerleader, whatever, they got pictures everywhere. The food's outstanding. They got the old-time salad bar. You can go, a salad bar. They got rid of them during COVID. You can go in there, make you a salad, get it to go if you're working downtown, just want a good, healthy meal. But They got the gumbo's unbelievable. Everything there is outstanding. The local 115 downtown historical Panama City, 115 Harrison Avenue. It's an oyster bar with a sports theme, oyster, crab cake, steamed seafood, gumbo, soup, salads, wings, ice cold beer. Try the draft beer. The Tommy Oliver's pretty doggone good. And another thing about Vandy Griffin, that wonderful family. You know, Don, Judy, legends. Nothing but legends. They have impacted so many lives here. It's incredible. But they raised some outstanding kids, and Kyle is unbelievable. Everything he touches turns to gold. They also own a company called TK Vandy Roofing and General Contracting. And if you want a roof, you want to get a new roof, this is who I'm going to go with the Vandy Griffin. They do a great job. They not only that, they design, they build residential, commercial. They can do it all. TK Vandy Roofing and General Contracting. If you want a new roof, it's TK Vandy Roofing. We'll be right back with TK Wildcat. We get back, the Gordy's supposed to call, but you never know with him.
We'll see. We'll keep an eye out.
We're looking for it. And then we get through with that. Jim Brandt, Florida State, what is going on with those Seminoles? We'll have it all for you right here on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Weather in the Panhandle never stops. Turn to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast.
Up to the minute weather reports all day long.
A chance of thunderstorms and moderate rain.
In-depth storm coverage.
Winter Storm Enzo.
And breaking weather as it happens.
Hurricane Helene.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
We do have a tropical storm warning.
Rely on it.
Ellis Agency Insurance has been serving Panama City and Bay County for years. They offer a full line of affordable insurance coverage of all types. Many people are attracted to Ellis Agency Insurance because of their friendly, knowledgeable staff. Call independent agent Johnny Ellis for a true comparison of your personal or business insurance. Ellis Agency Insurance at the Old Cullen Insurance location, 1134 Harrison Avenue, across from Dandy Donuts in Delhi. Call 763-1627.
Tired of flipping through channels and finding nothing good? Introducing Lucid Stream TV. Get over 2,000 live streaming channels. Catch every game of the season with over 100 sports networks, including ESPN, ESPN Plus, the NFL Network, and Red Zone. Even pay-per-view events. Watch local network channels from most major markets throughout the country. Fox, ABC, CBS, and NBC. Just $41.99 a month. Cut the cord, not the fun. To get Lucid Stream TV, go to ESPNPC.com and click the Lucid TV logo.
Have you ever met a single person in your life that enjoys paying taxes? No one does. If you can't sleep at night because you have a huge problem with the IRS, I've got some free advice for you. This service is strictly limited to individuals that owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes. And if you qualify, we can guarantee that you won't be writing a big fat check to the IRS, or our services cost you nothing. The first 100 people that call today will get a free tax consultation worth $500. Stop worrying about your IRS problem. We can help you, we promise. Call the tax doctor right now. I mean right now, to learn more.
800-605-4650. 800-605-4650. 800-605-4650. That's 800-605-4650.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Bonafide and qualified.
Live and local from the J. Michael Studio.
Certified.
From the Sports Talk Monster. ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We're going to back up our FSU update to 7:45 this morning. We've got when this guy calls, we change everything for him. I just make sure to keep him happy. Good morning, sir. Would you like to tell everybody who's on the phone?
This is Gordon Pogratz.
Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
Coach, how are you? I'm doing great.
We are outstanding. You had a young man that you want to brag on and tell us what's going on.
I do. It's a special day here at New Horizons. New Horizons is a center school here in Bay County, and we don't always get all the public, the positive publicity, but we've got a young man, Elijah Peace, played football at Rutherford, and he is signing a scholarship today for Lighthouse Christian. It'll be the first time in the history of New Horizons we've had any student sign athletic scholarship. So it's a big deal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. It's a big deal. We're so proud of him.
Talk about what position did he play, Gordy?
He played offensive line and defensive line.
How big is he?
Probably about 6'1", 260, 270.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Big strong kid, and he wrestled for a little bit, and it ended up not panning out. But we're proud of him. He he had two options. He really wanted to go to the military, and then this offer came along. So he's gonna give it a shot, and hopefully see where it goes. But we are super proud of him.
Well, I tell you what, I hope he realizes how fortunate he is right now to get a scholarship to any school is so difficult because of transfers. They're taking, well, back when you played, your scholarship and things like that, I don't know now if we would have got them. I mean, because they can go right across the street to Auburn. We get one of their players. Let's go to Alabama and steal one of their players, especially from Ohio State. So, I mean, I hope you tell him how fortunate he is to have that scholarship.
I have. We tell them every day, talk about, choices, positive choices. Adversity, it's going to get hard. It's not easy. I tell them the story that when I went to Lindenwood, only 105 of us came in, it seemed like, and only 4 of us finished 4 or 5 years. So, I mean, it's a commitment. It's a lifelong commitment, but it's something you look back on and be proud of. And so we talk every day about the character and the social, emotional that goes along with it, because it's not going to be easy. I mean, if it was easy, everybody would do it.
Right. Absolutely. Well, we're telling we're really proud of him. But there's 2 other young men that we need to talk about that I'm extremely proud of. They used to call the show and make outstanding predictions, and then all of a sudden they stopped. How are the 2 young men that you know fairly well? How are they doing?
They're doing good. Robert, he's out there at Bozeman. We left North Bay Haven with that mess of an athletic program they had going on over there. And hopefully Andy can right the ship over there. But they went to Bozeman, had a great senior year. Coach Sweat did a great job, and now Coach Patton's letting Robert help manage the baseball team. And I'll be honest with you, I think he enjoys managing the baseball team better than he has enjoyed anything he's ever played and been a part of. I mean, he's a part of a great program out there, and I'm just so happy for Robert that he's going to get in his high school on a winning note, be a part of a winning team that has a culture, and he'll be able to look back being a part of that team for the next 30, 40 years.
No doubt about that.
Reed, I can't be more proud of him. He got a 27 on ACT, a full academic scholarship to Troy, and
got that from his mama.
Definitely, he got his looks from his daddy and his.
There you go. That's what's up.
Oh my God, that's not too far away. Y'all can kind of keep an eye on him up in Troy. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, 2.5 hours. And it'll be good. And then I got Keith's an hour away, so if I ever need something, he can get up there and see him.
How many years you got in now in the state of Florida?
This will be the end this year. I believe it's 25.
Nice. Wow, you can see the light.
Finish line.
Yeah, you're getting closer.
Hey, never know. Today could be my last day. So I got 25 years in, and just hope and pray that the good Lord allows me to keep doing what I do, because I enjoy being here. I enjoy being around these kids, and give my life to Bay County, and I just it's a great opportunity, and today's just makes it one of those days where it really kind of solidifies everything we put work into.
Are they going to have a signing for him today?
10:30 here in the cafeteria. I've invited all the school board members, superintendent, anybody who wants to come. You're more than welcome to bring the road show over here at 10:30. Miss Jackie will check you in. You remember Miss Jackie from Arnold?
Yeah. Oh, my God. Yes. She's over there with you?
She's over here with me, and so...
Tell her I miss her. I'd love that lady.
I will.
Tell her I miss her. I love Miss Jackie.
What was the young man's name again, just for the listeners?
Elijah Peace.
Okay. Well, congratulations, Elijah, man. Yeah. Big deal. Congratulations. Just go work your tail off and do what you've been doing, and you'll succeed, man.
Well, Gordy, thank you for calling, and thank you so much for what you do. I mean, you had a big impact in that kid's life, and for you to call and brag on him like that, I know he's got to be an outstanding young man.
He is, and the good thing about it is I think there's like 4 or 5 other kids from Bay County going over there, so he'll be there with people that he's familiar with, and it just makes it easier when you leave home to have people that from home if you need to get home.
Right.
So we're so excited. Thanks, Coach, for letting me spend a few minutes on your airtime and send me the bill.
All right, buddy. Thank you, sir. Will you ever do anything else, let us know.
Good talking to you, Gordon.
All right,
Good job.
All right, JK. See you
Later, man.
Bye.
Wildcat, I got a question for you. That young man knocked out of the ballpark getting that scholarship.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
yeah, man.
And I got to give credit to Corey. He loves those kids, and he'll do anything he can for kids. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, I've been watching like the HBO Hard Knocks series.
Yeah.
And, people just don't realize how hard it is. I mean, that's a completely different,
no doubt
thing there, but still, it's hard to get that stuff.
I'm going to ask you a question. You get this right, I'm going to give you a card. You take your family, whatever goes
To Rudy's.
there.
It's going to give me a bold business card.
It was Rudy's barbecue. The question is, can you name the number 1 and number 2 countries in the world with the most billionaires? Not millionaires, billionaires.
Sweden and Russia.
How'd you do in history? Okay. Jason?
China and the United States.
Quit looking at what I share.
I just know that's a fact.
Well, that makes sense.
Has he got that correct?
I was thinking it was a
gonna
trick
say
question.
The United States and Russia, but
Okay, United States and Russia. The correct answer, the number 1 country with the most billionaires, and there's 814 of them, which shocked me from China because I figured the government would own every one of them. How does that happen over there?
Because of the boom over the last 20 years with the trade agreements and stuff, these people have been making money. And if you're in a certain level, it's similar to the United States. Now, the poor people suffer as much as anybody.
Right.
And some of the policies they implement are insane. But
Listen, China's like got that shadow government anyway, so they probably are the ones that are
over the
pulling
last
all
20
the
years,
strings.
there's so much money that's flooded into China from the United States, all the manufacturing stuff.
The
all
drugs. Come on. It's the
not
drugs.
only that, too,
Yeah.
but even the counterfeit manufacturing they do, that they sell stuff out the back door. You can buy a Louis Vuitton bag out the front door for $1,500. You buy a $50 bag out the back door.
I've got one of those.
I know. I did too.
Julie's listening.
got it at Montgomery Mall.
I know, really. And the number 2 country with 800 billionaires.
USA.
Jason, what's it like being a billionaire?
I don't know.
Yeah, really.
But if you ever find out, let me
Wildcat
know.
knows.
Well, yeah.
Oh, I know what it's like.
Your guest yesterday probably
I stalk
know.
them.
Greg Bernick, what's it like being a billionaire? Seriously, I mean, you
Being
could
that
just
big
live.
Florida State Gator.
If you had that kind of money, you just live off the interest. I mean, just
Well, you
Amongst other
couldn't
things.
spend that kind of money. You wouldn't need interest. You just could not spend that kind of money.
Yeah.
I mean, you buy you an island, buy a yacht,
I'll give it
buy
a
you an
shot.
airplane.
Go ahead and give it to me. I'll give it a shot.
We'll
But
try.
didn't you think it'd be the United States? I was surprised when I saw this. It kind of
All
shocked
right,
me.
so just recap. Who are the 2 leading countries?
Number 1 is China with 814. Number 2 is the United States of America with 800 billionaires. So what I'm trying to do, I'm writing a letter to China. I'm trying to see if they wouldn't mind doing NIL deals at the University of Alabama.
But how many of them are 5 stars and how many are going to Alabama?
We got that later. We will get that later today in the show.
Chinese recruits going to Alabama. That's
I'd
a
just
new
like
list.
to be a
The Chinese
$100,000
recruits are all over the
there.
country now as we speak. I'm telling you, the money they put in the United States colleges to brainwash these people is incredible. It's going on.
Elon Musk is an Ohio State fan, okay?
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, well, I believe that. I don't blame him.
No, he is. I'm not making it up. I mean, it is. Don't you?
His
I
son
would
is.
be too. I would be too. Did you hear about Penn State? They're renaming the playing field. They spent some time discussing naming the field after Joe Paul. But after that, they decided it's going to be called West Shore. I'll make sure I got this right. West Shore Home Field at Beaver Stadium. West Shore Home Field at Beaver Stadium. Let me ask you, the
What kind of billionaire
Well,
put
I want to
that
go
name
back to
on it?
this. What's going on up there?
Somebody bought that.
Lorraine Johnson, what's going on? She graduated from Penn State. What is going on? I have Ben can tell us. Ben Johnson can tell. What's going on?
Is Westmore
You're a Nittany
Corporation?
Lion. Well, wait a minute. You're a Nittany Lion. Why is your stadium called Beaver? Stadium.
It's always been that way.
Yeah.
But why?
This is nothing new. I don't know.
Why don't I mean? You'd think it'd be Crimson Tide. It'd be I guess.
You got an elephant as a
I know.
mascot.
Is it Mr. and
then
Mrs.
toilet
Evil?
paper as a
Why is Auburn the Eagles and the Tigers?
Anything
because they can be.
Beaver Stadium. You know that's what they're going to call it. They're
Why would you? I mean,
shorten it down
was
to
it
Beaver
Mr.
Stadium.
Beaver give a lot of money for the stadium, or what? Or is this a nickname? I want to know this stuff.
Boy, I think there's something there.
The shoe. Why is it called the shoe? Because it's like a horseshoe,
because it's
right?
shaped like a horseshoe.
Yeah. What's the field called in Ohio?
Ohio Stadium.
But they have it like
the winning ground.
Woody Hayes.
The Alabama transfer portal.
Caleb played here. I don't know. What are you looking for here?
I mean, do they have anything like we got Saban Field at Bryant Denny? You got Bobby Bowden Field.
They might have a sponsor. They sell.
Do they have anything named after Woody there? I mean, my God, he's the most famous.
Yeah, the Woody Hayes Athletic Center, the whole football
where
complex.
They train.
Okay,
the WAC,
good.
WHAC.
I didn't know that. I'm glad to hear that. But anyway, now this family, this company gives millions to. As a matter of fact, to get this deal, let me see. I had it written down somewhere. They gave $50 million. Wow. $50 million to Penn State Athletics for 15 years. I mean, it goes for 15.
Over 15 years.
Over 15.
Yeah.
50 million, and they get the name of the field for
there.
15 years. That's pretty cool.
They're going to buy Franklin a team like they bought Ryan Day, and they're going to see what happens.
Well, hey, you know what? We got to take a break. Let's take this break. I'm getting that look.
I'm not opposed to it. I ain't a hater, trust me. I mean, that's the way the game's played nowadays.
Do you want that field to look absolutely gorgeous? You want your field to look absolutely gorgeous. You want that yard beautiful. Turpo Pest Control, Patrick can make it happen. If you got bugs, insects, whatever the hell you call them, they can take it away. Turpo Pest Control, Patrick can do it. That guy can do it all. Listen to him every Monday at 8:30 right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. If you're over in Lynn Haven, get out to Beef Brace in Lynn Haven. Pat Perno's the city commissioner over there, does an incredible job. But that restaurant's like no other. The customer service is the best you'll get anywhere. You walk in, they all have smiles on their face. They treat you like family. That's the reason people love going there. TV's everywhere. Great place to go. It's the SEC basketball tournament, baseball games, March Madness, everything at Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. Go have a great time. Tomorrow, their big time special, 10 wings inside for $9.99. Go check it out. And once you're down there, head on to see Russ and Amber. Where do they work and what do they do?
David Adamson Designer Jewelry wants to remind you that, if you're getting ready to pop that big question, the will you forever or never, you might want to consider not just an engagement ring, but a custom-made engagement ring, a one-of-a-kind, and they can do it within like 10 days. You go in there, design it, 10 days later, you've got your engagement ring right there at David Adamson Designer Jewelry, Highway 77 in Lynn Haven.
And Ryan gave us an answer. The university stadium is currently named after James A. Beaver, a former Pennsylvania governor.
I knew it. Great job. Great job. Thank you for that.
That was going to be your guess.
Yeah, that was my guess.
Right.
I thought he was a senator. That's the reason I didn't mention his name. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida presents the madness of college basketball. 68 teams, 32 conference champions. But there can only be one. ESPN Northwest Florida is your exclusive radio home for the NCAA College Basketball Tournament.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Tuesday. Sunny this afternoon and evening with a gentle breeze around 10 miles per hour out of the west-southwest and temps near 69. Tonight we will have clear skies and be warm at 57. Sunny much of the day but with slight fog at night tomorrow and a high 70. Very light rain Thursday with a temp of 69. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Introducing Southern Breeze Primary Care. With 45 years of experience, owners Holly Gay and Lisa King bring warm, friendly care, Southern charm, and a family vibe. They are the pros in youth sports, physicals, general health care, Bio-T hormone replacement therapy, certified DOT exams, and Coast Guard physicals. Southern Breeze, 107 West 19th Street, Suite B, 850-248-8002. Walk-ins are welcome and insurance is accepted but not required. Southern Breeze offers breezy solutions for your healthcare needs. TK Vandy Roofing and General Contracting is a fifth-generation contracting company based right here out of Bay County. TK Vandy's expertise in commercial and residential roofing, as well as a design, build general contractor, set them aside as a versatile and fresh alternative to achieve your construction needs. Contact TK Vandy Roofing, 850-866-9908, or email support@tkvandy.com. They can't wait to help you.
Want to know the inside scoop on your favorite teams? From the gridiron to the hardwood to the diamond. For comprehensive sports coverage, it's ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio.
Florida State, Florida State, Florida State. Woo! FSU, every day we're getting closer to FSU, Alabama, week 1. It will be a night game. Cannot wait. Are we going?
Yeah, I'm going.
Yep.
Positive vibes from Florida State fans, man. You need a good year. We got you. He ain't looking so hot.
Whoa. Anyway, let's take this phone call. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. I guess you know who I'll be pulling for.
Roll Tide.
No, not. Wrong. Anyway, you know how much I love Alabama, man. I pull for them almost, well, never. But I'm going to pull for the Seminoles. Darn it. That's my, I don't want to reveal too much about my identity, but that is my birthstone. So,
all right.
Tell me I don't like it, man. I don't have a ring in it because I had to pawn all of them I had because of gambling. But we won't go there. I am re-entering college athletics after an 8-year pause, and I'm going to be examining transfer students to see if they're worthy of entering the institutions they're going to. So I'm going to try out some questions on you guys about, are you worthy to be a Buckeye or a Bobcat?
Oh, okay.
It's dedicated to the great state of Ohio.
Nice. Okay.
All right. Is Jim Bob going to play?
He's going to play. He's pumped up.
I'm ready.
Okay. All right. We'll do it like they do it at Alabama. There'll be easy 50-50 questions, and they're called true or no. Jason got it. Okay. True or no? If you have a Polish-sounding name, like Kobayashi Leski or whatever your name is, if it ends in I, where are you from?
True.
No. True, you're from Poland. All right. If it ends in Y, where are you from?
No.
Ukraine.
Ukraine. That's right. See, Jason knows. That's kind of right up your alley.
Yeah.
I got one for Jim Bob here. All right, because, I really bonded with him after 3 years of him condemning me as being a antisocial sociopath, whatever. This is right. But Jim Bob, how do you tell the Canadians from the Clevelanders when you're in Ohio at Cleveland and they're eating Wahoo? True or no?
No.
That's right. The Canadians eat Wahoo right out of the mouth of the Cuyahoga River. Clevelanders are a lot smarter than that.
You don't want to eat nothing on the Cuyahoga River now. Oh,
right.
My goodness, no.
If you're going to eat Wahoo from Erie, you got to go way out there halfway to Mississauga or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, by the way, true or no, it's warmer in Cleveland this morning than it is in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, where I am, the home of Woke Forest University.
I would say that's true.
It is true. It's 47 up there. And I checked. I thought they were lying because it'd been 47 all night. But I checked Lorraine. I checked Ashtabula. I'm telling you, the whole...
It's that global warming, man.
You're mentioning them all, man. Lorraine, Ashtabula.
Yeah, man. I love those places. They all have Coast Guard stations, kind of like PC. Anyway, also, true or no, Mexico Beach will now be renamed Overstreet Beach.
True.
They should rename it America Beach.
Well, I went over that
America.
last week. Now, American.
Hello?
What happened?
Uh-oh.
He's still there somewhere.
CIA.
I hope he didn't walk into something.
Yeah.
Or drive into something. Mike, you okay? I'm worried about him.
He's still there, but I'm not getting in.
The CIA might have just taken him out.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just heard
seriously.
it live
might have just
on the
cut
I
the
think
radio.
they just got him.
Just cut
Yeah.
this whole show off the
Yeah.
air.
We should.
Are we off the air?
Boys and Chip.
Are we on the air?
Dart.
Well, Jim, what do you got for FSU? Do we get Mike back on?
Should we wait or no?
Yeah, we'll get him.
I'll check. Keep
Keep going.
FSU.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Florida State, as I've said in baseball season, they're up to a 15-0 start. They haven't really played anyone. They played Jenks. They played Surfside. They played
Bill Allen. Greg Bernicki.
Traveling All-Stars.
They're dodging South
The
Walton.
Brudnicki Bingo All-Time, big-time stars.
Well, they got a game today, baby.
Seriously, they haven't really played anyone. All right, but today it all changes because today they play the Gators. Now, the Gators are 15-2, and if you look at their statistics, they're ridiculously close. Florida State's 15-0, Florida State's 15-2, or Florida's 15-2. They're each averaging 9.3 runs a game. One's hit 28, one home runs. The Gators have hit 28, a little bit more. They played a couple more games. But the Gators have had 2 losses this year, and I had to look them up because I had no idea who they lost to. They lost to Miami 11-3, and they lost to Central Florida 13-3. So when their losses have been ugly, but they haven't really played anyone either. All right, so they're playing today, and if you follow Florida State and Florida, they don't play series per se. It's usually just one game, and then they get on with the rest of their schedule. So they're playing today at Dick Hauser at 5 o'clock our time. And all-time, what's the all-time record between who's got the most wins in baseball between Florida State, I'll be like you, between Florida State and Florida?
Florida State has 92.3 wins. FSU has 72.4.
Jason, what say you?
46-46.
Okay, actually, since 1956 through 2024, Florida State leads. They have 134 wins.
Ooh.
The Gators have 127, so it's very close.
Wow.
There's been one tie, so
Yeah.
probably some rain-delayed game somewhere along the line. So it's been very close. And I know last year, Florida State beat them up pretty good at the start because Florida had a big-time trouble with their pitching. They were giving up a ton of runs. They got better as the season went along. But we'll see how it goes today. I'm surprised that Bill Allen and Brudnicki haven't called in. I heard they visited you yesterday.
They walked in and took over the show
Did they take
yesterday.
over?
They did. Chad Mitchell, bless his heart.
Did they talk
he
about
couldn't do
Florida
his
State
updates.
baseball?
What?
Did they talk about
Oh,
Florida
yeah.
State?
They talked about everything FSU, football, basketball, baseball.
So is Florida State moving out? They staying in the ACC? What say those two? Frickin'
They
frack.
wouldn't give any details. They told us to shut up. They'd handle it. I said, okay. All right. Just let us know when you. They said,
Yeah.
we're ready to tell you.
Greg
We'll
and
tell
Bill,
you.
just let us know when you got the scoop.
Yeah. They are insiders. There's no doubt about that. They run the show. If I gave $100,000 every month to you, Florida State, like one of them does, I wouldn't be in the know. Now that's a baseball game you're talking
Yeah, it's
about.
baseball.
Top 10 teams.
And I forgot that one. And the D1 ranking came out, and Florida State is number 5, and the Gators are number 7.
Yeah.
So they're both pretty highly ranked.
Tommy Santamont, Jeremy Pritchett. Now Jeremy's church, they got a bus. They're all going over there, watch the game, and coming back.
Nice.
And they've already sold it out. So they'll get in late tonight. They'll have an update for us on Thursday how everything went.
It'll be a great game, though.
Yeah. I actually thought about going over there.
It's a great place to watch a game.
Yeah, it
The
is. It's
atmosphere's
fun.
great. It's laid back. I mean, I love the stadium over there, so it's fun to get over there. It's not too
It'd be
expensive.
kind of cool tonight. I mean, it's not going to be that warm tonight, what I'm getting
If
at.
you've never been to a college baseball game, you should go check it out because it's a little
they're
bit
fun.
different than major leagues. A little bit more juice in the stands
a
and
little more
a little
excitement.
bit more rivalry. So it's exciting.
I encourage you to go, and everybody should do it that loves baseball. You need to go to Hoover and watch the SEC tournament. And this year is going to be really special. Dr. Ward's going to spend a lot of time up there this year. What's so great about this year, you're going to have every single team will be there, which it will be slam packed. Texas will be there, Oklahoma. And one year we went up there, and Ole Miss didn't make it there, and I don't even think Mississippi State was there. So it wasn't as crowded as they said. I thought it was plenty crowded myself, but that stadium is big. It's a beautiful facility. They get you in and out. It's really run well.
If LSU shows up, BYOB.
It was worth.
Bring your own beer.
We went to the LSU game just to watch their fans, and they will not let you down. It was sold out when they played.
Yeah.
And they are loud. It's like being at a football game. They tailgate. They ask you to come up. They'll give you drinks, food. They treat you really
like being
well.
at a Jerry Springer show.
Yeah. Just walking all around the stadium is pretty cool. And they got a fan base little area that you go into there.
Are they inviting Kentucky? Is Kentucky inviting?
Kentucky's going. Every school will be there this year. Now single limitation. As soon as you lose,
How's
you're
Kentucky
gone.
doing this year in baseball?
I don't know.
How they're doing anything? I mean, they're not very good.
Commercial break time.
Oh, okay. Let's take a break. Let's talk about some of our wonderful, wonderful people. We got so many great. Max Food Sports Nutrition. Dr. Ward, we talked about Dr. Ward a second ago. 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. It can be deadly. 5 minutes can save your life. Right there alone, get you off the couch, call, make an appointment, get checked out at least once a year. I would do it twice, but at least once a year. If it doesn't look right, if it feels differently, go get it checked. If you're a female, breast cancer, skin cancer, 2 things you really have to be concerned about. Dr. Ward can take care of the skin cancer. There's offices throughout the Panhandle of Florida. 5 minutes can save your life. There's 4 of us in here right now. I've had skin cancer. I've had surgery from Dr. Ward twice. He does a great job. The guy is incredible. Listen to him every Wednesday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. The legend, Dr. Chad Mitchell, every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. You know, people come from all around just to have him operate on him. The guy is unbelievable. He is the best at what he does. He can do it the old-fashioned way. He can do it with robotic surgery. He can do it all. The guy is incredible. A living legend, Chad Mitchell. Been on the sidelines. Next year will be his 26th year giving up his weekends for Bay County athletes. The guy's incredible. Listen to him every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest. I love the guy. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. The afternoon underdogs.
But because he wanted all the glory, he got rid of him. He won one more with the Clown Shoes coach that came from college that basically won the championship with Jimmy Johnson's players and his system. And then after that, what are they? If you want to watch a highlight tape of the Dallas Cowboys, you have to put a VHS tape in a VCR.
Ooh, 4 to 6 weekdays. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Tuesday. Sunny this afternoon and evening with a gentle breeze around 10 miles per hour out of the west-southwest and temps near 69. Tonight we will have clear skies and be warm at 57. Sunny much of the day but with slight fog at night tomorrow and a high 70. Very light rain Thursday with a temp of 69. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
With over 65 years of combined experience, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to help you take your collection to the next level. They carry all the new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia, and supplies. New and vintage cards and Pokemon. They sell and trade cards and are always looking to buy. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards is open 7 days a week at 752 West 23rd Street, down from Academy Sports. It can always be reached at InstantReplaySportsCards.com.
Beach Pizza, formerly Marcy's Pizza, is back with more hours and more pizza. Beach Pizza has new owners and now open every day 11 to 11. Pizza by the slice, whole pies, wings, pretzels, garlic knots, and more choice eats in East PCB. I finally tried a slice and it was a thin crust, totes, cheesy slice of paradise. 8815 B Thomas Drive, online at beachpizzapcb.com. Call ahead 850-775-4053.
Have you ever met a single person in your life that enjoys paying taxes? No, no one does. If you can't sleep at night because you have a huge problem with the IRS, I've got some free advice for you. This service is strictly limited to individuals that owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes. And if you qualify, we can guarantee that you won't be writing a big fat check to the IRS or our services cost you nothing. The first 100 people that call today will get a free tax consultation worth $500. Stop worrying about your IRS problem. We can help you, we promise. Call the tax doctor right now. I mean right now to learn more.
800-605-4650. 800-605-4650. 800-605-4650. That's 800-605-4650.
Powered by Panama City Toyota. Your home for Auburn Tiger basketball. WGSX Lynn Haven. WVLQ Port St. Joe. ESPN Northwest Florida. Put down your natural lights. It's time for the Alabama Update. The Alabama Update. Weekday mornings at 8. On the Coach James Hale Show at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Roll Tide Roll. Alabama Update is brought to you by the one and only, the legendary Steverson Air Conditioning. They do an incredible job, no doubt about it. They are number one at what they do, customer service like no other. Locals taking care of locals throughout the Northwest Florida. What you want to do, the one you have, you want it to last longer and save you money on our power bill. Our power bill was $120 last month. I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Nice.
And that was we had that cold weather. I'm telling you, they came in. They're incredible. They'll tell you exactly what you need to do to save money on your power bill. And if you do it, you're going to save money. But if you got a unit you want to last longer and save you money on your power bill, you call Stevenson Air Conditioning. They come out and service us right before the summer, right before the winter. At least every 6 months, get it serviced. You're going to save money. If you got an old one like Jason had, like I had, like Chad Mitchell had, you buy a brand new one. It's one of the few things you can actually purchase will pay for itself over a period of time. You save money every month on your power bill, and it pays it off. Stevenson Air Conditioning. Go with a local company. Locals take care of locals. That is Stevenson Air Conditioning. Jason, love you guys. Alabama and Notre Dame are among some of the teams this spring with the most talent in their quarterback room. This spring, Alabama and Notre Dame have two of the deepest quarterback rooms in college football. They're going to be starting a new quarterback next year. There's others. There's no doubt there's others. Ohio State, Texas, Georgia, they all have great quality players, no doubt about that. But the experts at CBS, they picked Alabama maybe has the most. Ty Simpson, a former five-star. You got Russell, the five-star, number 2 player, overall player in the country that signed with Alabama. Some had him ahead of the guy from Michigan. I don't know. They say he's tearing it up there, doing a great job this spring. Then Austin Mack, the 6'7" quarterback that transferred in from Washington. They got 3 guys that can play. There's no doubt about that. Who's going to start? I have no idea. Do they want to name anybody anytime soon? Absolutely not. And that's the reason you're seeing all these schools wanting to get away from spring football, because they come in and we go, we need a tight end, receiver, running back. Let's look around the country. Oh, Nebraska's backup running back can play. We can pay him more money, a little bit more, but we can guarantee him he'll start. That's what's going on. That's the reason these coaches don't want spring football anymore. And you know what? I was all against this. Now I'm going, don't even have spring practice. Don't even have it. If you're worried about that, don't even have spring practice. That way you'll keep them during the summer. And that's what Alabama does. They don't want to lose one of these 3 quarterbacks. So every time they're asked a question, what's going on with the quarterback competition? You hear it, and I listen to players. The word on the street from the players is that Ty Simpson's tearing it up. That the problem has been he's always been an unbelievable passer, that he lacked confidence, and his leadership skills weren't the greatest. They say he's conquered that. He is doing a really good job as being a leader, and he can always throw the ball. Some of the players think he's going to be the guy. There's others think they're going to go with the true freshman. Then the connection with the offensive coordinator with Austin Mack. Some think that Austin Mack's going to get the job because of that relationship. They're going to play the best quarterback. Yeah. They're just not going to tell you anytime soon who that quarterback's going to be. All 3 lack snaps, no doubt about that. You got a true freshman on the roster right there. But there's no doubt that's 3 talented individuals. Bama's going to be in good shape quarterback-wise. Think about what you had last year. You had a quarterback that can run.
Right.
And as the season went on, I thought the passing went downhill. I really did.
Yeah.
I don't think he got better. I think it got worse. So I think we're going to be a lot better at that position.
Which is huge. I mean, plus they have options. So there's 3 different types of quarterbacks. All of them are a little bit different. So they're going to be able to select a very, very talented guy. I think that they're going to start with Simpson being Florida State, being that first game of the year. He's got a little bit more experience within the program. But I truly believe Keelan Russell's going to be the guy at some point. I mean, you just can't deny that type of athleticism. And if he can get the passing game down, accuracy, you're talking about a Jaden Daniels type of player.
Yeah.
That's dangerous in this day and age.
Well, we shall see how it plays out. Again, don't expect anybody to name anybody a starter until about 2 weeks and 2 days, because they are definitely going to do everything they can to keep all 3 of these guys on that roster. And that's across the board. They're going to do the same thing at every school out there.
Absolutely. Ohio State's going through it with Tavian St. Clair and Julian Sain.
I'm telling you right now, Sain's going to be the quarterback. I'm telling you, right, I say it right now.
Yeah. And they got a lot of the guys from last year's defense talk about he's the guy. He's going to be the guy.
Yeah. Listen to what the players say, and that's where you're going to get your information.
The secondary, too.
All right, they're also talking about roster talent. Well, it really doesn't matter. In 2024, Alabama had one of the most talented rosters in college football. Believe me, they had one of the top 12. They had all those 5-stars. They had all those athletes there. How did it work out for them? Not very well. They lost 4 games with the most talented rosters. They lost 4 games, the most they've lost since 2007. Alabama scored 35 points against Vandy and still lost the ball game. Alabama went on from there to score. They averaged 11 points a game. 11 points a game in their 3 losses. You can't win in this modern college football averaging 11 points a game. Against Oklahoma, we didn't score a touchdown on the road against a team that had won 5 games.
What's the common theme in all that? How many times they throw the ball on average in those games? I mean, the LSU game was the blueprint on how to use Milroe, and they totally dominated that game on the road, and then they went completely away from it the next week, and I'm like, what
I will give Oklahoma credit, though. They had open date before they played Alabama.
For sure.
They had a scheme. They said, you're not going to beat us with him running the ball. So the running back, when he faked the running back and the running back was wide open.
Right.
They didn't were worried about that. They wanted to put everybody on Milroe. That goes back to coaching. That goes back to coaching.
He's definitely a good defensive coach.
Now, this year, the roster, they got 8 starters back on defense. Alabama should be really strong on defense side of the ball. You hear all this noise up there. They're going to be really good. Players are saying it. Linebackers, they got 2 guys coming back that played last year that can fly. Big physical kids, first-round draft picks, possibly if they can stay healthy. But I got to see it to believe all this. So now they say Alabama's defensive front is kind of the no-name defensive front, but they're saying they're really, really good.
I was impressed with them against Michigan. I mean, they were really good on defense the last few games of the year. There were some games that just didn't make any sense for me. The Oklahoma game, just, such an outlier, such a weird game for them. Everything went wrong. I mean, penalties were weird in that game. So I don't know what happened in that game. But their defense played really good down the stretch, especially in that bowl game against Michigan. So I think they're set up to be really good and make the college football playoffs next year if they can get the quarterback position fixed.
If they lined up and just hand the ball to Hayes. Nothing else. Don't even let him throw. Don't waste a play him throwing the ball. The sacks, the fumbles, the interceptions. Just run the football. We'd have been okay. But we don't do that. Now, everybody's excited about the new offensive coordinator, no doubt. Grubbs. We're all pumped up about that. These are things Bama's got to focus on during spring. We got to find out who the running back's going to be. We know the first team guy, who they're going to be the backups. Quarterback, we already talked about who's going to be the quarterback. But you also got Williams, Bernard, you got 2 good receivers, who the rest of the guys are going to be at receivers. So that's 3 of the main areas. They think the offensive line is going to be pretty good. If they are, good things shall happen at Alabama. We'll see. The spring game is going to be totally different than any other spring game Alabama's ever had. I used to be like fighting for keep the traditions of college football. Now, you know what? We don't even need spring football. You worried about them transferring out? Don't even let them go out there and compete. Don't let them find out that you're going to be second team. No spring football across the board because that's what your coaches are worried about. Just do all this stuff you do in the summertime.
Yeah, I think the longer season's a little bit of a factor in that as well. You're playing 16 games now. These guys never played above 14 in some instances. Plus, the college football landscape is going to be changing over the next 2-3 years. I think 2026 is going to be the year where we're going to see some substantial changes. I think that's where we're going to see the partnership with Big Ten, SEC cross-playing each other in out-of-conference games, and I think we're going to see more of a unified conference schedule, and I think they need to shorten the regular season a little bit.
We'll go watch what the NFL's doing. That's what the Big Ten, SEC.
Get rid of the conference championship games too. Yeah. I mean, they're actually a detriment to the winning team. I mean,
we might have divisions within the SEC. We might have divisions within the Big Ten.
Yeah,
I can see that. The West, the Mid, and then the East. Same thing. Well, I guess you have to have 4.
Just have your conference championship, seed them within the conference, and then go straight into the playoffs.
All right, Alabama baseball, real quick. We got the new coach doing a really good job. We put the money into it. It's about time. Alabama, again, hadn't played many strong baseball teams so far. They're ranked 7th in D1 baseball right now. I think they're ranked 16th in the base coaches poll, I think, 16th. Basketball, Bama moves up to number 5 in the country in the coaches poll. AP poll, they're also 5. And they're 3rd seed in the SEC tournament that we talked about yesterday. I want to thank Stevenson Air Conditioning for the Alabama update. Thank you so much for everything you do. If you have any kind of problems whatsoever with your heating and cooling, you don't call anybody but local, and not just any local. You want to go with the best. It's not even close to the best is. It's Jason Stevenson Air Conditioning. Family owned. They do an incredible job. Also, don't forget about the new sponsor that we have, Vandergriff, TK Vandy Roofing and General Contracting. You need a new roof, which I do. It's about time. We're getting closer and closer to the Hale family to go spend some money. And I'm going to go with the best, and that is TK Vandy Roofing. They design, they build commercial, residential. They can do it all. Kyle Vandergriff does an incredible job. They also have partnership with local 115 downtown historical Panama City. A sports theme oyster bar. Go check it out. You'll absolutely love it. They've got oysters, crab cakes, steamed seafood, gumbo soup, salad bar, by the way. Love it. Nothing fried, healthier option, lunch and dinner, local 115 Harrison Avenue, historical downtown Panama City. We shall be right back with the Auburn Tigers on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida presents the most college basketball.
Three-pointer, push it in. College basketball is back.
The Panhandle's destination for live play-by-play.
The SEC, ACC, and beyond.
Oh, you saw that coming, Rampant.
The biggest games play right here.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Tuesday. Sunny this afternoon and evening with a gentle breeze around 10 miles per hour out of the west-southwest and temps near 69. Tonight we will have clear skies and be warm at 57. Sunny much of the day but with slight fog at night tomorrow and a high 70. Very light rain Thursday with a temp of 69. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Ready for a great deal? It's Ready, Set, Go time at Panama City Toyota, where you can get 3.99% APR on the perfect combination of sport and utility in the new RAV4, plus 90 days until you make your first payment. Get 1.99% on the ruggedly refined Tacoma, plus 90 days until you make your first payment. And get 1.99% on a new Tundra, named the best resale value in its class by Kelley Blue Book. Ready, Set, Go.
Offer ends March 31st. For details, visit PanamaCityToyota.com.
TK Vandy Roofing and General Contracting is a fifth-generation contracting company based right here out of Bay County. TK Vandy's expertise in commercial and residential roofing, as well as a design-build general contractor, set them aside as a versatile and fresh alternative to achieve your construction needs. Contact TK Vandy Roofing, 850-866-9908, or email support@tkvandy.com. They can't wait to help you.
He has a really low passenger rating on Uber. He punched a magician and started a petition to remove the penny from circulation.
I'd like to punch him in the face, I'll tell you.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael studio.
Is he sane? I have no idea.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Eagle, hey, Martha, Kenny, Jane, Jenna, all you Auburn Tigers up there. And don't forget, every Thursday, 8:15, the voice, the legendary Andy Burcham, the voice of the Auburn Tigers. He'll tell you everything that's going on. Disappointing loss to Alabama in their last home game. You know, if you're going to lose a game, you want to lose to teams that ranked really powerful teams that come in there and beat you, and they lost to 2 top 5 teams. Alabama, the last game, which could have gone either way, that was an overtime victory.
That was a great game. I mean, nobody choked. I mean, Auburn hit a big shot to tie it, and then, you know, Sears comes down, makes a great play to win it. I mean,
that was just,
it was great basketball.
And they lost to Florida, which I got a feeling.
Florida, and
I'm going Florida's going to win it all.
I don't know, but Florida is a bad matchup for a lot of these upper echelon teams. Their size, I mean, that Condon kid is so good, and I mean, just to be 7 foot, 7'1", whatever he is just it's hard to guard, and his defense is really good. So they got some guards that look crazy.
Good luck beating them.
I remember when they were playing Auburn, he did a little crossover, went down and went in and dunked on one kid. I was like, man, he's only 6'3", 6'4", so they got a lot of pieces. I was very impressed with Florida's athleticism.
The other thing about Florida is that there's the way basketball is played now, positionless players.
Right.
Not many people have what you're talking about, a 7'1" post guy who's going to go inside in the paint, get him the ball, you know, and do all that stuff. Not many teams do that. Not many NBA teams do that either.
30 against Alabama in that game.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Florida's got confidence. They're not worried at all about playing Auburn or Alabama. They beat them. They've done it. They're
really interesting to see this SEC tournament and see who's really trying to win and maybe get a little rest before the tournament.
All right. Now, the article I was talking about, Alabama's quarterback, was the deepest quarterback rooms in college football. Not the most talented, but the deepest. And obviously, you got to have talent. Auburn, in this survey, they're going through spring football. They got to find out who's good at quarterback. That's the key position. That's what's hurt them last couple of years. That and play call. I think play calling is just as critical. I wasn't impressed this past year, to be honest with you. I saw a couple games I thought Auburn could have won.
Oklahoma
again, they gave it away. They just gave it away.
Yeah, just run your best player.
And it goes back to keeping receivers happy.
Right.
And you're recruiting guys. You want them to come to a school where they throw the ball to the field if you play receiver. Quarterback's the same thing. So I think there's a lot of reason these coordinators do what they do. But Auburn, they rank 6th in the country, in the nation, for the quarterbacks with the deepest talent coming in for the battle for the starting quarterback. Number 1, he transferred in from Oklahoma, Jackson Arnold. Then you have Austin Daniels from Stanford. They're the big 2. I mean, they got more, but these are the big 2 you got to look at for Auburn. Both last season started. They both, I know Arnold was a 5-star. Arnold was one of the most highly decorated high school players in the country.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the number 1 highly recruited player at Auburn in the history of Auburn. I mean, this guy we talked about in the break all these things he was supposed to be.
Right.
I wasn't that impressed with him as a freshman at Oklahoma.
Yeah, he got benched.
Yeah. We know he's got talent.
For sure. He's got the physical talent. That's up to Hugh Freeze to be able to get that out of him. So we'll see if he's the quarterback whisperer. And if not, man, they could be in trouble again this year.
Well, Jackson Arnold was the number 1 player out of the great state of Texas. If you're the number 1 player coming out of Texas, you're pretty good. Daniels, him and Daniels started. Heck, they started all last year, one for Stanford and one started for Oklahoma. They combined, if you put their statistics together, they both combined for over 1,000-yard passing. So, well, they should. That's not really a big deal. So the last 2 years. The third quarterback is Knight. Now, Knight is the true freshman that's got unbelievable talent. He's from Mississippi. He committed Notre Dame. Yellowwood and Hugh Freeze convinced him to go to Auburn, which that's a good thing. That's what you need to be doing. He was the 56th best player in the nation. Overall position is the 56th best player in the country. He can play. You watch his tape, you're going to be really impressed with him. But I just think it's so hard, like Russell and even Knight at Auburn, for both of them as true freshmen to start week one of the game. I'm not saying they won't start sometime down the road, but week one.
Especially when you're not favored to win the job because you're not getting as many snaps. You got to get Jackson Arnold snaps. You got to get this other kid from Stanford snaps. So you're not getting the majority of the snaps with the ones, and it's going to be very hard for him to come in and start. So I think this is going to be a Jackson Arnold and the kid from Stanford battle, and they're really banking on Jackson Arnold turning it around and being the guy that came out of high school.
Well, Alabama's in the same boat with Auburn. Hugh Freeze and Coach DeBoer, they don't want it to lose any three of these quarterbacks. So you're going to see the same mess there. You're going to hear the same words from the head coach. All three are doing outstanding. It's too close. Again, let's just get rid of spring football. Don't even let them go out there and compete. Let's wait till the summertime, and you get what you want.
I think you need to have practices, but I think they're going to have an extended fall camp, bring that out a couple more weeks, bring guys in a little bit, get them a little bit more conditioned, and just have a longer camp coming into the season.
We used to scrimmage twice a week. Now they do it maybe 3 times the entire spring.
It's a different ball.
It's a different world we live in.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't surprise me a bit they get rid of spring football. Well, one bit. All right, Auburn baseball. Baseball teams 25th in the D1 poll. And the coaches poll, they're not even ranked in baseball. Basketball, Auburn dropped to 3rd in the country. They went 8 straight weeks as the number 1 team in the country. They dropped in the AP poll to number 3. Who's going to be the overall number 1 seed? Probably Duke. I don't know.
Auburn still got a chance. I mean, if they run the table and win the SEC, I think because of their body of work over the year, I mean, they have already beat Houston. Duke, they lost the close game at Duke. Depends on what Duke does in the ACC tournament, but I think it's between Duke and Auburn.
Here are your newest AP poll in basketball. Duke is now the number 1 team in the country. We just talked about them. Number 2 is Houston. I think Alabama beat Houston.
Auburn did too. I was surprised they jumped high. I mean, when you look at the body of work, I thought Auburn's resume
schedule, everything. Yeah. Number 3, Auburn Tigers. And here we go, SEC. Number 3 is Auburn. Number 4, the Florida Gators.
Watch out.
I'm telling you. I'm going to say it now. They're going to win it all. Number 5 is Alabama. Number 6 is St. John's. What a job Coach is doing. My God. How old is it? We talking about any of
He's got to be in his 70s, mid-70s at
least. The guy can coach, man. They show clips of him. He's like a football coach.
You can say what you want about his off-court stuff, but we can all go into that. But if you talk about strictly coaching, this guy's one of the best coaches to ever do it, man.
Who are we talking about?
Rick Pitino.
The guy's incredible.
Yeah.
He is a great coach.
Yeah.
You might not want to take him to a restaurant or eat off the table. Right, Wildcat?
He has a weakness for some kind of delicacy at restaurants.
Is that what they call it nowadays?
72.
Hey, man, it's a man's world, man. But he is a great coach. There's no doubt about that. Number 7, the Big Ten, Michigan. How good is Michigan State?
I think they're really good. And this is one of those teams that, Izzo may
Can they do it all?
I think they can win it all. Now, they're going to run into some issues with a team like Florida with their size, but Izzo is one of the best March coaches in the game, and this is a team that really suits his personality. They play hard. I mean, they got, shooters. They got a little bit of size, but I think this is one of his better teams, and he's got a real shot to win it all this year.
Yeah. Number 8, Tennessee. I don't think they can score enough.
I'm not really that. I don't think Tennessee's like a real threat. I think they're really good.
Good defensive team.
Similar Rick Barnes team. Really good regular season. Always top 10, but I think they just fall short when they play elite teams.
Texas Tech's number 9. Clemson's 10. 11, Maryland. 12 is Iowa State. 13th, Louisville. Can they do anything?
I think they're a year or two away. I think, last year they weren't very good. This year they turned it around. But
watch them in football next year.
Yeah.
I got a feeling.
But I think their entire sports, programs are in the right direction. They got good coaches at both spots. 14,
Texas A&M, which just beat Auburn at their place at the end of the year.
If a team like that gets hot in March, it's a lot about teams getting hot and how they can handle that pressure. I mean, if you can shoot well, and that's one thing where some of these heavy three-point shooter teams maybe fail it in nervous situations, because it's a lot harder to hit a three-pointer than throwing it inside a big guy. But if a team like Texas A&M gets hot, they can definitely make a Final Four.
Wildcat, what about number 15th ranked Kentucky? They have a shot at all to do anything, go deep in the playoffs?
I don't think so. I just think it's like, I'm going to use the rebuilding excuse.
Yeah, you should.
I think if they make a Sweet 16, everything after that's gravy, and this is his first year up there, I think that would be a successful season for them.
Yeah.
If I was a basketball player,
thank you, Jason,
and I wouldn't have visited Auburn, it'd be hard not to go to Auburn. You go to a game there, it's incredible. But to go to Kentucky, to go in that huge place and see that many fans, that tradition. They are SEC football. They are the history of SEC basketball.
The difference between Auburn and Kentucky, when you go to Kentucky, you know basketball's first. They don't. The football team's like, it's football season. Wait till basketball. At Auburn, it's football season.
Right.
Oh, it's basketball season now, but we really want it to be football season.
I tell you what, basketball's getting big in both Alabama and Auburn.
Absolutely.
That's what's
it's getting closer.
Right now, both are better.
Yeah.
Basketball's better both schools than football. I never thought I'd see that. 16th Memphis, 17th BYU, Wisconsin's 18th, St. Mary's is 19th, 20th Purdue, 21 Missouri. You know, Missouri's supposed to help us a lot out in basketball. It didn't happen now that they're getting where we thought they'd be now. They're pretty good. I watched them. They're pretty good. Michigan, what about Michigan? Can they do anything?
Not the way they're playing now. They're playing terribly. I think they lost 4 of the last 6. I mean, and they've been blown out a couple times. Lost 2 of the last 3 at home. They're just really struggling to score. Michigan State put it on them, but they lost to Maryland. They lost to 2 other teams they shouldn't have lost to. They're just struggling to score the ball. So I don't see that unless something happens to turn that completely around.
All right, let's take a break. Let's talk about some of our great people. J. Michael's Restaurant on Thomas Drive. The legendary J. Michael's. Try it tomorrow. The best spaghetti you'll get anywhere. The J. Michael legendary spaghetti, only on Wednesday, lunch and dinner. The best seafood, the coldest beer. But they got great steaks. Their pork chops are the biggest, best, juiciest you'll get anywhere. The seafood's incredible, and they have ice cold draft beer. He spent all kind of money on that draft deal. Ice crystals come out. It's that cold. It's outstanding. You'll love the beer from there. It's really, really good. The legendary J. Michael, Stevenson Air Condition. Also, Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. Pat Perno, we love that guy. He is incredible. Nicest guy you want to meet. Always giving back. City Commissioner Lynn Haven. Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. Tomorrow, get down there, get 10 wings inside for $9.99. But they always got the 10 for 10 going on.
Big wings. Great wings.
Hey, they're onion rings, they're chips, the Cuban, everything there is outstanding. But it's the way they treat you. You feel like your family when you walk in. TVs everywhere. Go watch all March Madness right down there at Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. Stevenson Air Conditioning. Love Jason. We'll be right back. Dr. Chad Mitchell, we love you, brother. The legend. Listen to him every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. The Magic plays here.
This Thursday, the Orlando Magic travel to New Orleans to take on the Pelicans.
3 ball, that's catch.
Coverage starts Thursday night at 6:30. Tip-off at 7, right here.
Your new home for select Orlando Magic games. The NBA is on. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Whether you're an experienced investor or first-time buyer, Beach House will provide you with top-notch service to guide you through every step of the process. We make the real estate process fun and easy through effective marketing, strategic advertising, and always a client-focused experience. From single-family homes to full-scale developments, Beach House Sales Development has you covered. Check them out at beachhousesalesfl.com or give them a call at 850-919-3500.
It's March Madness in college basketball, and owner Jason Mulder of Best Way Portable Buildings invites you to dribble down and slam dunk a deal on a custom-made building. Jason is dealing, so go for 3 from downtown. Best Way Portable Buildings is a Golden Age builder located north of the Old Mall on Highway 231. Online at bestwayportablebuildings.com. Since 1989, simply the best in portable buildings, period.
Your pets are our priority at Southern Hospitality.
Professional in-home pet care to meet the needs of you and your pet.
Vacation pet care, dog walking, adventure hikes, wedding pet attendant, and more.
Southern Hospitality experienced team provides a safe, nurturing, and stimulating environment your pet will thrive in.
You'll even receive reports with photos and real-time updates of each visit.
Talk to Southern Hospitality? Call us now, 850-805-7387.
Bonded and insured.
The The #1 SEC call-in show is now twice as big. It's double the Paul Feinbaum Show. Weeknights starting at 6.
Okay, but also go faster.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hey! We are back live at the legendary J. Michael Studios, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We hope you guys have a wonderful day today. The weather today is going to be 70 degrees high. It's pretty cool. All right, let's get into this. Oregon just gave their head football coach a big-time raise. Dan Lanning signs an extension through 2030, okay? You got to give him credit. It seemed like they were ranked #1 the entire year. After they beat Ohio State at home, it looked like it was going to happen. It looked like they would probably win the national championship. They get the rematch with the Buckeyes.
Not so fast, my friend.
Yeah,
not so much.
They got beat down from the feet.
They got blown out by Ohio State, like Tennessee did. And we found out the true national championship, true team in the country was the Buckeyes. But I will say this about Coach. In his first 3 years, he won 35. In his first 3 years, he's won 35 games. That's in college football history. The second best in college football history. That's pretty incredible now.
No, he's a good coach.
There's no doubt. He's going to average $11 million a year for the next 6 years. That's pretty good money. Now, in 2024, he only made $8.2 million a year. Now, he's only behind Kirby Smart of Georgia and Dabo Swinney of Clemson. He's only 36 years old, okay? 36 years old. He's worth about $66 million. He's a kid. He is a kid. Unbelievable. And this could be the next legendary coach. He's at a great school. He's got plenty of money. They can keep this thing rolling. The problem he's going to have that he's in the Big Ten. Can they keep it going every single year? Now, scheduling-wise, I didn't realize this. They don't have the Buckeyes on the schedule next year, so they'll play probably for the Big Ten championship. But last year, again, they were 13-0, ranked #1. A lot of people thought they were going to win the national championship. The only game they lost to was the national championship, the Buckeyes. Oklahoma's Lincoln Riley won 36 games in his first 3 years at Oklahoma. And how's it going for him now since he left there and gone? He didn't want to be in the SEC and deal with that. He goes out there, which I don't blame him. Go to Pac-12, they should dominate that. Then what happens there? They throw him into the Big Ten. So you can't run. They're going to find you.
Yeah.
Ohio State's Coach Day won the national championship. Now he makes $12.5 million a year, and his contract I think goes to 2031. Stark, Texas. He got a big raise also, 7-year deal. He's making $11.6 million a year. His runs through 2031. So win games, you're going to get paid well. Now, this all leads into this segment I was getting into. The best contracts, the 5 best contracts, according to this article, and then the 5 bad contracts, okay? We'll start with what they think is the best contract out there. Because he's making good money. He just got another raise. Before then, it was a really good contract because he wasn't making as much. And I kind of agree with him because what he's done at Ole Miss is incredible. We're not used to Ole Miss winning 10 games 3 out of the last 5 years. They were terrible for year after year after year. He's brought great talent in there. He got those people to get together. There's not a whole lot of money at Ole Miss. But the money that they all got together and they started buying players, NILs and stuff like that. So he's got everybody on the same page. He could have gone to Auburn. They ponied up and did what he wanted. And this is a good contract. And we'll go through the list. Y'all come back and say, yes, it is a good contract or not. For what they're paying him at Ole Miss, I agree. Good contract. Whatever they're doing, he's doing right.
I don't know. What's the contract?
Well, it didn't tell me that.
Doesn't matter. Just say yes.
Just say yes. Yeah, thank you, Jim.
Yes.
Just follow suit.
Yes.
Come on, man. Don't be too
an excellent contract.
Yes.
Yeah. Number 2 best contract out there, Iowa State, Matt Campbell. Iowa State to win there. He won 11 games 1 year there. I mean, if we do that, that's the first time in history it's happened. He's only making about $4 million a year.
Oh, if that's the case, then that's a great contract.
Yeah, so he absolutely.
But I do get tired of the Matt Campbell hype. I mean, when you lose to Iowa, when you lose to these lower-level Big 12 teams, you're not elite. I mean, you should win the Big 12.
We're not talking about elite.
I understand.
Just good contracts.
Just based on that, that's a
$4
good
million a
contract.
year, what he's doing, hell yeah.
And I think he's a good coach, but I also think there's some deficiency with that.
This one is overlooked. I think he's a great coach. Number 3, Georgia Tech, Coach Key, Brent Key. He's at $2.9 million.
No way. Coordinators are making that.
$2.9 million. Georgia Tech was at the bottom. They used to be absolutely pathetic in the ACC, college football, everything. This past year, I think they went 7-5. Hell, they went to overtime against Georgia. This is a great
beat Georgia.
Yeah, great contract. Absolutely,
would have.
If that's only $3 million,
that's a steal.
They're stealing them.
They're stealing.
That's good. That's good.
And that's the point we're making.
Right.
And I might have put this one at number 1, not because of the wins, because of what he's done there. Nobody even talked about Colorado till Deion got the job. He's not making tons of money compared to the guys we just got through talking about. Of course, he hadn't won a championship either, but he's brought much attention to Colorado that any coach has brought to any school. He comes in at number 4, and I didn't write down what he's making, but whatever it is, they should pay him more. Think about it. I mean, people talk about him every day.
From where Colorado was to where they are now, where we're actually talking about them, some of the draft picks they're about to have, I mean, he's done a tremendous job, whether you agree with some of the off-the-field stuff or not. You know, just from a football perspective, that's all you can ask for from a coach is to go from 0-11 to, 9-3 and playing for the Big 12 championship game. Yeah. And, I mean, so we will see if his high school recruiting gets a little bit better, because I think that's the next step, and I think that's one of his downfalls. But if that happens, then you could talk about them making a playoff and making a run.
At number 5, and he's making good money. He's got bumped up to $8.1 million, but he's doing a really nice job. He's getting big time. They got one of the best defense players in the country. We're talking about Beamer at South Carolina.
I don't know. After the Bielema punked him, I'm kind of down on Beamer.
Well, the bowl game
that's what I was talking
about. Kind of took the air out of all that.
I think Bielema's a great coach, man. They got him at an affordable price. For him to have Illinois in the top 15, I mean, that's really, really tough to do, because Illinois is not some recruiting hotbed. You got to develop players. They remind me a little bit of Wisconsin. Get your 3-4-star offensive linemen from the Midwest, develop them. But he was at Wisconsin, and he made Wisconsin at the time with Alvarez what they are. So I think Bielema is underrated as an overall coach. People get the brashness.
I thought Arkansas should have left him alone.
They should have.
I like that guy. Now, these are 5 bad contracts, okay? Bad.
There's a lot of them out there.
Did we not just talk about it, and he came at number 1, Wisconsin?
Yeah.
He just had a terrible year. They've gone from a running power offense to throw the ball all over the field. Now, I give him credit. The quarterback got hurt in the first quarter against Alabama, and that kind of affected his season. When you lose your starting quarterback, that affects you, no doubt. But even the great Barry Alvarez was very disappointed, very vocal about Wisconsin's football this past year. But what did they do? They give him an extension.
A raise.
In a raise. I didn't get that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
They had the first losing season in 23 years, and you get an extension and get a raise?
Yeah,
that's the kind of PT. I want to go work for somebody like that. That's pretty impressive.
I could follow upwards.
Number 2, worst contract out there from the great Bluegrass, Kentucky, Stoops. Kentucky has lost 14 of their last 18 SEC games. I didn't realize that.
That's insane.
14 of their last 18 SEC games.
He's making close to $8 or $9 million.
He's making good money. Stoops lost 10 of the last 12 home games.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it. 10 of the last 12 home games.
Things have not been going well.
Yeah, and he's got a long-term contract, making good money.
Yeah.
Man, I wouldn't want to. I'd tell you what, being a basketball coach in Kentucky, you got some heat.
And I don't know what he's blaming it on. You know, players or
maybe fans something.
I think them fans get drunk and cause trouble. That's
moonshine.
It goes without saying.
Come to work that way. But anyway, Kentucky football, you can stay there for a while. Basketball, they'll fire you in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
But anyway, that is a bad contract. Oklahoma, look what he's done. He won 10 games the first year he was there. Then they gave him the extension, 6-year extension. They were worried about losing to another school. Oklahoma goes into the SEC. They thought he was the answer. I think a buyout, I think, would be like $51.6 million on him. Oklahoma, you've got to win at Oklahoma. You can't go 6-7. So, yeah, Oklahoma is definitely
I don't see that one getting all that better, to be honest.
And their schedule's tough.
Yeah,
man.
that's my point. It's as bad as Florida's was last year.
But they're not going to take excuses to Oklahoma. You got to win at Oklahoma.
Yep.
And the last one, the top 5 worst contracts, Florida State, Norvell.
They did hamstring themselves with that last extension. I mean,
Alabama calls. They open the checking book up. They give him a big-time contract. I think his buyout is at $63 million.
Which is higher than the ACC buyout.
60. He ain't going anywhere anytime soon.
No.
But you go from 13-1 to 2-10. And you gave, but think about it. They gave him that contract extension, all that money after you were 13-1. I get it. Alabama's trying to hire him.
Yeah, you can't blame them. I mean,
there's no way to predict it.
In the moment, that was a smart way to keep your coach, especially if Alabama was truly going after him and wanted him. So you come off a 13-0 season. I think your guest yesterday talked about it. They have not recovered from that Georgia loss.
And I made a mistake. That was the second. The worst contract. We'll come back. We'll tell you about who is the worst contract. If all these ADs, you didn't make a good selection.
I got that one.
Yeah, you know it is. And I just got a text here from Eddie Norton. Have you seen Auburn's week schedule in football next year? Look how many cupcakes they play.
They do. It's a lot easier than last year's, that's for sure.
But I'm not saying it's easy. You're still.
It starts off.
It's way too early.
You got Alabama. You got Georgia every single year.
They
got Oklahoma.
8 games they should win and be favored substantially.
All right, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. We get back. We'll jump into the worst contract out there. Who is the school? Who is the coach? We'll let you know.
Did they give him a house?
I'm not sure. No, they didn't give him a house.
Okay.
He had to buy his own house. All right, let's talk about some beef o'brays, Lynn Haven. Get out there and have a great time. Tell Pat we sent you. Love him. City Commissioner Lynn Haven does an incredible job. Also, I want to talk about Dr. Ward. Listen to him tomorrow at 7:30. The guy is absolutely incredible. 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. It can be deadly. He's got offices throughout the Panhandle of Florida. Jason Kovaleski, the guy is a genius. 2 great locations. Pier Park, 23rd Street, they got 2 products right now. If you're having a hard time to sleep, they got the answer for it, because I don't ever sleep. We're on this product now. Jill and I both, we're getting the best sleep we've had in years. If you're old, you know what I'm talking about. Look what the effects of not sleeping. Your eyes are swollen. You just can't think right. It affects your body in every single way.
Your sports show kind of sucks.
Look at Wildcat. I mean, if you get on Facebook, put a shot of you on there real quick.
No.
That's what happens when you don't sleep very much. Jason, what is that product called?
It's called Somatomax. It's a sleep aid, but it also helps with recovery, helps with achieving REM sleep. So it's not something that necessarily knocks you out, but once you go to sleep, you get that deep sleep and you wake up rested.
Now, there's got something else. I'm not talking about the cream Jim buys from me, but what's the other cream you get that's really specialized for pain?
It's a BPC TB500 mix. So the BPC actually heals connective tissue, muscles, bones, ligaments, any arthritis it can help with. It actually helps with stomach issues as well. And then the TB500 works on nerve endings and blood vessels, so it increases blood flow, helps with like nerve damage if you had a serious injury, but really, really good products for healing.
If you want a new roof, there's only one place to go. Call TK Vandy Roofing and General Contracting. TK Vandy Roofing, they are number 1. Not even close. Kyle come out. They're going to do an incredible job. Unbelievable. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida, the Paul Feinbaum Show.
John Talty joins us. I didn't have the commissioner coming after Danny Cannell on my bingo card today, did you?
This is an important time. We've seen Commissioner Sankey be aggressive in the past when it comes to politicking for college football playoff selection committee stuff. We've seen him kind of make the rounds. We're in March now. He's going to start pushing back.
Paul Feinbaum, weeknights, 6 to 10 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Tuesday. Sunny this afternoon and evening with a gentle breeze around 10 miles per hour out of the west-southwest and temps near 69. Tonight we will have clear skies and be warm at 57. Sunny much of the day, but with slight fog at night tomorrow and a high 70. Very light rain Thursday with a temp of 69. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
So you've heard the saying that if you love your job, you'll never have to work? Well, it's true.
I've worked for Brock Lawn and Pest Control for many years. The commitment to the needs of customers
and their commitment to each employee makes Brock a company I'm very proud to be a part of.
Brock's core values are also mine. Give people more than they expect and always honor your promises.
This isn't a job, it's a service to help people live a healthier lifestyle.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control, our family protecting your family.
Bendian's Best Moves is a local moving company in Panama City, providing reliable services to the families and businesses in our community. Coveted for the long list of services they provide, experts at what they do, and they do it all from start to finish. The pros at Bendian's Best Moves have moved doctors, attorneys, pastors, schools, small businesses, the federal government, and they can move you too. For the best moving experience, it's Bendian's Best Moves. Call now, 850-583-0814.
And here we go. The #1 SEC call-in show is now twice as big. The Paul Feinbaum Show. Weekday evening 6 to 10. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
But what about idiots that invested lose everything? Correct. Oh, we are back live. 104.3 Wildcat. 104.3 ESPN Northwest. Well, I just got a phone call from someone who's highly intelligent, extremely successful, handsome. He's got the world by the hand. I mean, he truly is a legend. If I had his looks, had his money, had his power, had his intelligence, I'd probably have a radio show with my name on it. Greg Bernicki just texted me and said, or called me. He said, the worst contract in the history of college football. And I agree with him.
Yeah. Was it the one you had before?
Ooh.
Was that nice?
No, it's not
I'm
mean.
just asking.
A little bit.
He's got that mean streak.
He does get very, very mean.
Is it the same?
A little bit.
One you had?
Bit. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
No,
you insulted him a little bit. You kind of a little bit yourself. You know, you a little bit out of yourself. A little bit. A little bit. Anyway, the worst. One of my favorite movies. I love that movie. That was Goodfellas, right?
Yeah.
I love that movie. All right. A little bit. Jimbo Fisher, Texas A&M.
Yeah.
10 years, $75 million. This was back a long time ago, what, 4 or 5 years ago?
At least.
At least. He walked out of there with all that money. We were just talking about if he put that money in savings accounts, after paying the tax on it, he'd probably get $4 or $5 million a year just off interest and never have to touch it.
You could live off that.
I would have a hard time of it, but, you know.
All them Disney trips?
Yeah. Anyway. But, Mayor, thank you. You're correct on that, I think, overall. But right now, in the
current coaching.
In present time.
Right.
And Jason hit it right. The worst contract out there was with USC, Lincoln Riley. We talked about it. He ran from the SEC. He wanted to go to the Pac-12 where they would have dominated. I really think he'd have turned that thing around there. He was hired, I think, in 2022, his first year at USC. I think he won. When did he win? 11 games the first year, and everybody was real happy.
I think so, because
maybe 11.
They could have made the playoffs, but they lost in the championship game to Utah, I believe, or something.
Yeah.
That was Caleb Williams' first year, I believe they started.
His buyout is $90 million. $90 million. Go ahead and fire him. But they got the money there. They got all the big-time movie stars. They got big money out there. His record, as soon as he gets out there, everything's great. Pac-12. They joined the Big Ten. So he jumped from the fire pan to the fire. His record versus Big Ten teams, 4-5. He has lost at Minnesota. He lost to Maryland. He lost to Washington. He's going to have a hard time in the Big Ten. He, especially at the end of the year when they travel, go play in some of these cold weather where you throw the ball to the field. They're going to play physical teams that can hit you in the mouth, run the ball downhill. Good luck with all that. I don't think he survives the job, but I don't think they're going to fire him anytime soon unless they want to pitch out $90 million. Do you think they fire me in the next couple of years?
Not until that goes down a little bit. I don't care how much money you have.
I'm like, 2026 is going to change a lot of things.
Yeah, but the $90 million, that's a lot to break off, and then hire a new coach, and then pay into NIL. Now we're going to have revenue sharing, so a lot of this money is going to go to some of the players too. So
they keep it 2 more years, it goes down to $70 million or lower.
I would say he's going to be there at least 2 more years.
Yeah,
I mean, even if a disaster happens this year, I mean, I don't know who their quarterback's going to be. I think they need to get better on defense, which Lynn's a good defensive coordinator, but it takes time to build up that type of reputation to be able to recruit on that side of the ball. Big Ten's tough, man. I mean, SEC, Big Ten, they're top of the 2 conferences, so there's no off weeks anymore for them. And them joining the Big Ten was kind of a, eye-opening experience.
And it's not. It would be for anybody that's in that Big Ten, SEC. If you're in those conferences and you happen to draw the top half, a lot of the top half teams in those conferences, you're not going to have a great season.
But that's why I have a lot of respect for Dan Lanning, because he came in, he tutored under Kirby Smart. He knew the landscape and how to navigate those type of schedules and what it takes to really win, which is physicality, offensive line, defensive line. It's great to have all these skill position players like USC does, but if you can't win in the trenches, you don't have a chance, especially in the Big Ten when you're going playing in 10-degree weather where you're going to face a Michigan, Ohio State that's going to run it right at you. That's going to
the Big Ten top heavy. I mean, their top teams. Good luck beating them, especially beating them at home.
Right, and as this money trickles in, even the middle tier teams are getting better. I mean, Nebraska should be getting better. Illinois is better. Penn State's now borderline elite. I can't call them quite elite because they still haven't gotten over the hump against the big 2 or 3 in the Big Ten. But they got a really talented roster coming back, and if James Franklin doesn't screw it up, he could definitely be in that Final Four again.
Watch out for Texas. I got Texas. I might go with Texas to win it all way too early because I think they'll be really good on defense.
We need to go to that Texas-Ohio State game and get tickets. In Columbus, you want to be the shoe. This is the game.
That would be the one to beat. That would be the game to go to. There's no doubt about that. Jim, you think they'll fire him anytime soon when they owe him $90 million?
No, I'm like Jason. They're not going to fire him when they owe him that much money. There's no way. I mean, that's just.
Do any of these y'all disagree with for us the bad contract? Wisconsin, Kentucky, Oklahoma, FSU, and
that's
USC.
Pretty good list, actually.
Yeah. And the best were Ole Miss, Iowa State, Georgia Tech, Colorado, South Carolina. Everybody, maybe South Carolina one, I'm not sure about. We'll see how it plays out.
But for South Carolina, he's a good fit, and we'll see how they do this next year. I think they got a good squad, and their quarterback's coming back. They got some good defensive linemen. So,
all right, I got to ask you guys this question today: SEC and Big Ten, should they move to 10 games conference schedule, and then the next 2 games they cross over and play SEC schools? I think the only way they do this if they break off and they have their own national championship. I don't think, why would you do this if you're going to, I don't trust the strength of schedule. You're going to get your coaches fired. You're going to make an unbelievable amount of money from them networks. There's no doubt about that. Your TV rates are going to go through the roof. So the money's going to be nice, but it's going to be hard to get in the playoffs. I don't trust the committees. Nebraska just canceled their game, home and home game of 2026, 2027 with Tennessee. And Coach Matt Rule said, why would you play another team like that? We're in the Big Ten. Why would we do that? It doesn't make sense to me. I'm with him. Why put yourself on the 8 ball? Why go play a team you probably going to have a hard time beating when you already got all these other tough teams? And if you take care of business in the Big Ten, you're going to get in the playoffs.
And they just set a precedence with allowing SMU in over Alabama, Ole Miss. The strength of schedule really didn't matter.
And South Carolina was complaining about it. I get where I think he's smart. I think he's being honest about it. And I'd be the same way. No, I'm not going to schedule a game I might lose because I'm in the Big Ten. If I take care of business here, I lose 2 or 3 games in the Big Ten, I could get in.
I wouldn't be a fan of the 10-game schedule in conference and the 2 out of crossing over the SEC. There's got to be some cupcakes in there. Football is a physical sport. Right. When you extend the season out that long, you can't be playing these top teams every single week. You're going to have injuries. These kids aren't made to play that long. They're still young. They're still developing. I think 9 games would be good. Throw maybe 1 or 2 cupcakes in there and then have 1 crossover game.
Jim?
Yeah, I don't see that 10 game when 2 crossovers. Man, that's
a lot of good football.
I
don't see that happening.
We play 8 in the SEC, and all of our SEC fans are listening right now. We got to give some respect and for Ohio, and I'll say the national champs, Ohio State, they're going to play Alabama home and home. And this was before Alabama's kind of falling apart.
And Texas.
Yeah, and Texas. So, and Michigan, too. So, Jason, real quick, Max, Sports Nutrition.
Yeah, come see me on 23rd Street today. I'll be there about 10 to 4 today, and we're in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods.
Ryan Mulvey, it's coming up at 11. We're out.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Dan Patrick Show. Myles Garrett is going to go from Cleveland to Canton to the Hall of Fame. Do I think that he wanted to play meaningful games? Yes.